Check, check, check. It's time for Black America to quit on them folks. We tired. It's time for Black America to just say, look, we tired. We don't want to do it no more. We straight. We following people that never had good intentions for us at all. Never. We following the system that I mean. It's people that run the system, but it's a system. It was never set up for the indigenous people's benefit. The state of Black America is sad on all levels. Crazy part about it is still some very, very, very good people left after all of this treachery. That's been bestowed upon Black people in America. There's still some good people in the Black community. It's crazy when you think about it. You know, they highlight the bullshit. The bullshit gets highlighted all the time. And that's another campaign against us. Like, other people's bullshit don't get highlighted like ours. How they always talking about black on black crime and we always doing this to each other. We kill our own kind. We kill each other. What's going on in the Ukraine and Russia? It's white on white crime, man. It's a real deal white on white crime right now. That's a real deal white on white crime. They killing the shit out of each other on a major scale. Big bombs, big weapons on a major scale. Major. Folks been fighting each other. They was fighting each other way before they ran into any black people. For all black people to come together and hold hands and work, work with each other, it ain't gonna never happen. So we need to stop counting on that. It's just the smart ones. The smart ones with good hearts need to come together. If you've taken any money, like signed contracts or something with the system, with the people, you sold out. You done. People be talking about who the feds and everybody the feds that's done took them people money. A big check. Like if you've taken a big check from them, if you're in debt with them and you owe them this or whatever because of a contract, a contractual agreement, you the feds. You work for them. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They can get you to do whatever they want you to do. All of our so-called celebrities work for the feds, work for the system. And it's time that we come out of this coma. We comatose, a lot of us, and been that way for a long time. We feeding our children the bullshit. We we're preparing our children to grow up to be a part of a system that doesn't appreciate, like, or love them. And really, that's insanity. Like, you have to fight against that. You can't straddle the fence. You have to fight against that. Jesus said that you have to take up your cross. Take up your cross means, in my opinion, go against the system. Because once you start going against the system, they're gonna hang you on the cross just like they did him. That's what he was saying. Like, you're gonna have to go against evil. You're gonna have to go against the devil while you're here on this earth, where you're never gonna get back to where you want to be in the afterlife or after death. Because some people believe that we're dead right now, and when we die in this realm, we wake up. So we want to wake up into a better situation than what we find ourselves in here. You cannot love the world and love God. The world has people loving money. And if they don't love the money, they love the material things that the money can purchase them. They love what the money can do for them. And there's nothing wrong with that if what you want the money to do for you is help the people. Because you're just playing the game. It all depends. God, that's why it says in the Bible, man, the Bible is very, very, very informative. It's very knowledgeable. The Bible has a lot of knowledge in it. Really, if you think about it, like if you really read it for understanding, you will see that the Bible has a lot of good knowledge in it. God judges the heart. This man over here is making money, and this person over here is making money, but their hearts are totally different. From the outside, it looks like they're doing the same thing, but their hearts are totally different. And if your heart is in a certain place, your actions are going to reflect what's in your heart. That's how you can say. That's why the Bible also says you can judge them by their fruits. You know, Jay-Z has $1 billion. What has he done? Where are his fruits? Where are Beyonce's fruit? And I ain't talking about no little charities. I mean, it's got to be uh, significant. You got to be able to see it. You got to see their fruit before you actually see them. No, they're much bigger than their fruit. You know, oh, they go Jay-Z, Jay-Z, but where is his fruit? You're supposed to be able to walk around and say, oh, Jay-Z did that, Jay-Z doing this, Jay-Z doing that, Beyonce did that, Beyonce doing this, Beyonce did that. You're supposed to see their fruits. If they had that much money, you're supposed to see so much fruits of their uh, labor, what they've done with the money that they've acquired. But because they signed contracts and uh, got in bed with the system represents uh, evil, and evil represents the devil. They have to do the devil's work because that's why he gave them the contract to get all the money. It's simple. All of them. 50 Cent, people saying, like, because I got a partner of mine, he really likes 50 Cent. He think 50 from the street free, then 50 in the bed with them people, man. Or you'll see his fruits. People talking about, oh yeah, he did these movies and he's helping these people feed their family. Man, I'm talking about real fruit. I'm talking about infrastructure. Rick Ross, what y'all doing? Y'all buying all this jewelry, and y'all don't understand what being real men are. Real men, real righteous men. See, you know, real righteous men are going to stand up against evil. Real righteous men are not going to sit in the seat of the scornful. Real righteous men are not going to be in cahoots with wickedness. Real righteous men are not afraid to die for what they believe in their hearts is right. Real righteous men like Martin Luther King, people say, oh yeah, well, Martin Luther King, he did this. But at the end of the day, he stood on what was in his heart. And what was in his heart was righteous, because what was in his heart uh, set itself up to be in total contradiction to the system. He saw the wickedness in the system and he spoke out against it when he didn't have to, like many people do today. I've never heard Jay-Z speak out against the system. Kanye is speaking out against the system, but I think Kanye is a plant. I think Kanye is trying to, he's not trying to. Kanye is all the way over on the other side. He's trying to make it appear like he has 1 foot over there and 1 foot over here, but he really doesn't. He can't do it, because if he wasn't uh, acting in a way that was beneficial for the system, they would have been and took him out. He could be easily taken out. There's no sense in keeping him around if he's not doing them any service. If he starts to be a pain and doing a disservice to them, then they'll take him out. But he's still active in his bullshit. So they allow him to keep speaking and causing confusion. And, he says one thing. On one hand, he's a Christian. He's doing Sunday service and all. Then on the other hand, he's walking around with a half naked woman, talking about this is his wife, parading her around naked while he got on layers and layers of clothes. And that's his thing. That's his woman, but it's just too much bullshit in what he's doing and in what he's saying. I don't see how that talking and twittering and all of this shit is helping anybody. I would rather for him to just disappear and be quiet and then start showing some fruit as soon as he starts doing. They allow many people to talk because they know most people are not going to listen. But when people start showing action, that's when you can motivate the masses to get behind your actions. Because a lot of people come and talk, but a lot of people don't show action. When somebody comes along that just shows action, that's the one that they fear. There's no reason in the world that every celebrity, every athlete, every person that has been successful in business, every black person, white people, they doing their own thing. They got their own thing going on. It's distinguished. It's significantly obvious. That's what the world are looking for. That it's two different worlds in America. It's the black world, it's the white world. And it's going to stay like that until people realize that we are all the same. They've created two different worlds. So I'm looking at black people now. All of these people that have been successful in that wicked system called America that are black, why aren't you rallying behind what Captain Traore is doing in Burkina Faso? Everybody should be pouring money into this guy. Here is a young leader that's come up and has the good interests of his peoples in his heart, and his actions are speaking much louder than his words. He's rarely even talking, but when you hear about Captain Traore, you're hearing about what he has done and what he's doing. This man should have money flowing in from everywhere, even in Africa, on the continent of Africa. If you have any type of money, all people, he should have a fund to where you can just donate to what he's got going on, because in his heart, he's really trying to raise Burkina Faso up and put it in a position to where it can be extremely wealthy, an extremely wealthy country that can then start pouring blessings down on other countries around in Africa. And then it just starts spreading like a wildfire. He can be the uh, focal point for every Pan-Africanist, for every pro-black person in the world. Just focus on him, put him up on a pedestal, and how you do that is by money, just throwing him money. Because he, I feel, is going to do what he's supposed to do as it pertains to his people and black people on the continent of Africa. He's going to do what needs to get done with that money. So money should always be flowing in his direction. And I think that's where everybody's blessing is going to be. You know how like the preachers are always talking about, look, give to God's word and you're going to be blessed, abundantly. Your cup is going to run over. I think Captain Traore in the country of Burkina Faso is that blessing that everybody should pour into. If you want to get blessed in return by Mother Nature, by God, by the universe, everybody should pour into Burkina Faso with Captain Traore at his head. I haven't heard one celebrity in America, black America, or black Britain, or black any. I haven't heard people speaking about Captain Traore. And when you look at America, the poor, the state of Black America is incredibly, it's in dire straits. I mean, really dire. Like we be talking about the rolling 60 cribs. This person got shot over here. This person got shot and killed by the police over here. Uh, it's just a bunch of bullshit. It's like it's death around every corner. It's like nothing is giving life. It's like everything is negative. The music, the art, the movies that are coming out. Nobody has any good to pour into the world. It's all negative. It's all money based. It's all me, me, me. It's all selfish. It's nasty. It's nasty. I haven't heard one celebrity speak on what's going on in the Sahel states in Africa. And it's very big. People are talking about Trump. People are talking about everything but what's going on in the black land called Africa. That should be our main priority, all of us. What's going on that land? Because obviously that's where we all come from. I don't care how far back you want to go. That's where mankind comes from. That land mass. We may have been uh, in North America for thousands of years. That's possible. But if you keep going, 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 you're going to end up on that continent of Africa. So we all should be concerned with what's going on with where we actually come from. This man is taking a stand against a wicked system. And America is a part of that wicked system. And if the people in America don't stand up against that wicked system, then they can be counted as part of that wicked system. Trump can't represent me. Biden can't represent me. Any one of those country bred white boys that they, groomed to be the president of the United States, they can't represent me. President Obama, he can't represent me because he represents a system that is obviously wicked and has been wicked since its inception. We as men are supposed to stand up for righteousness. We're not just supposed to go along because it's easy to get along than to, I want to feed my family. No, your family is nothing spiritually if you don't stand for something on this earth, man. You got to die on what you believe, man. And what you believe should be righteousness in your heart and justice for all. I was watching the movie The Big Short the other day. If you haven't seen it, you got to go and look at it. It's called The Big Short. If you haven't seen this movie, man, I'm trying to tell you, they show you just how evil and wicked the system in America is. Some people in America are so rich to where they have the game fixed. They'll never lose. Even when it's obvious that they supposed to be losing, they're going to fix the game right in your face so that they will not lose. So the game is fixed. So why play in the game when you know it's fixed? The banks were supposed to lose. The banks were supposed to go belly up in 2008. And that's when guess who came into the presidency, who won the seat in 2008? Yours truly, Barack Obama. He came straight in, and the first thing he did was to give the banks a $6 trillion bailout. $6 trillion. That money comes from the everyday workers who paying taxes. The everyday citizen that pays taxes on everything that they buy, that they purchase. They pay taxes on it. All this money, they took it and they gave it to the criminals who had been scamming the people since the 1970s on the stock market with the housing market. They've been scamming them with these bonds that didn't mean anything over a period of time, because over time, people get greedier and greedier as the money come in and they say, well, it's another way, easier way to make more and more money. That's what they was doing. And that's what the subprime loans, how they came to be in the mid 2000s because of the bankers' greed. And the bankers were supposed to go belly up, but they did it because the government came in and bailed them out, because that's their buddies. They're not going to let them lose any money. They're playing a game that's been fixed from the beginning, and they know it. The ones who are on top, they're not going to allow them to lose. Only we, the regular citizens, can lose. They can't lose. They can play the game however they want to play the games, can lose. They can't lose. They can play the game however they want to play the game, knowing that they're going to win. The game is fixed. And they show you that in this movie. It's just a 2-hour movie, but they show you, like, if you really a student, you really can understand what's really going on, when you can really comprehend what you're watching, the game is fixed. How they got it set up, it's not fair. That's why you don't see too many good people be able to come up and get no money in this world, in this system, how it is. because your spirit is unrecognizable to their spirit, or your spirit is too recognizable to their spirit. Same way when Jesus walked around, the people who were possessed by demons, they were like, "We know you. What do you come to cast us out before our time?" The spirits knew what spirit that they were dealing with. That's like when certain people go in to get these jobs, they thinking, "Oh, like I got everything, I got all the credentials that I need. I got all the qualifications," but they go, for some reason they can't get the gut because their spirit is not recognizable to the spirits that are in control of whoever can get that job. They have a wicked spirit. They're gonna gravitate more towards the spirit that they know they can control. They like spirits that love money as well. They like weak spirits that's going to bow down and do what they're told, no matter if what they're told is wrong or not. They don't want somebody in a position that's questioning, like, "Why are we doing this? This is not right. If we do this, these people are going to suffer." They don't want to go through all that shit. They want to get somebody in there that's going to do exactly what they tell them to do. And everybody that's playing this game and having put themselves in a position to where they are clearly on the opposite side of these wicked systems, and they on that side. They can talk all the good talk they want. You can be as Charleston White as you want to be, but when it boils down to which side are you on, you can't be lukewarm. All lukewarm go get spit out. You know what's right in your heart. I'm speaking directly to Charleston White now. You know exactly what's right in your heart. I can tell by some of your conversation. But time and time again, you choosing when it's beneficial for you to jump on the other side. And then when you want to get some money and please people or confuse the people or get the people to say your name or whatever, then you jump on this side and start saying it because you know better. The devil knows everything too. The devil is smart as well. Because I'm looking at you, some things a man just not going to do. A real man, a righteous man is not going to do, man. You doing it. You doing things that all righteous men know in their core of things. They know, "Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do no shit like that. I'm not about to say no shit like that about this person or that person. I'm not, nah, I ain't about to do that." And when you somebody go out of their way to do that type of shit, they just doing it for money. That means they love money. They don't have principles and morals and shit that they stand by. They love money. And that's what I see in Charleston White. He has a lot of knowledge. He knows exactly uh, what the situation is. That's why he can break it down and say it. But when it comes down to it, he'll sell you out for the love of money. You can tell that he's changed. You can put up. There's plenty of videos out there where I heard this man say, "I don't give a fuck about no niggas. Man, that's broke nigga shit. You know, when I was being an actor, that's broke nigga shit. Man, I got money. Now I'm getting money." Like he literally told you. Now that he getting his money, he don't care nothing about that other shit. People are crazy. People want fame. I'm chilling. I ain't gonna even lie, man. Shit, I got away from it all. I'm from Memphis. I grew up in Memphis, and I wasn't no 9 to 5 worker, so I know a little bit. I seen it all. I learned a long time ago. A moving target is hard to hit, but I'm gonna stand on what I stand on. I don't give a damn what takes place because I know this is what the game is all about. This is what the game of life is all about. This is what the test is all about. Life is just a test. Are you thorough or not? So I'm gonna stand thorough until I'm gone. It's greater people than me have come and gotten taken out. You got to go out some kind of way. So why be afraid? Why sell out only to die the next day? You sold out to die today, only to die the next day. You didn't even know. You thought you had some more years. No, you're not guaranteed. No, you're not in control of your own destiny. You're not in control of your own life. You don't wake yourself up in the morning. It's another entity that makes sure you go ahead on to get up. You're either getting up to do damage or you're getting up to do good. I'm gonna keep it true. I'm gonna keep it true as I can in my life. I'm gonna keep as true as I can in my life. Because I know that's the game. If they don't kill me, I'm gonna win, and if they do kill me, I'm gonna win. It's a win-win situation for me, and I have total understanding. I understand that it's a win-win for me. I'm always gonna win because I'm gonna keep it true. I've lived life, man. I don't lived on 3 different continents. It's cool. Look, I'm gonna show you. This is my office right there. I'm gonna show you. Okay. Can I take? No, I'm on my laptop. I don't think I can turn this camera. It'd be crazy if this sound is not even. I got this mic. I don't even. Yeah, check 1 2 1. Check 1 2. I don't even know if this mic is working. I talked all this good talk only to find out that the mic wasn't even working. That'd be crazy. But yeah, the state of Black America is in peril. It's bleak. The future is bleak. And I feel sorry for my people because it's some good people, man. We so talented. It's talented people all across the world, though, like all different type of cultures. You got talented people doing a lot of different things. But Black people in America, especially, I believe, are very, I don't know why, but they're very, very special, extremely special, very talented, very aware. And that's why the wrath is going to come down harder on Black people because we know better. A lot of these people don't know better. They grew. That was their culture to rob, steal. Like if you look at Vikings, the series. I love Vikings. I love The Last Kingdom and series like that. This shit was in some of these people's culture, man, to do what they're doing. They needed to be civilized. You know, they just running around. They feel like, okay, we ain't got shit. We gonna get on these boats. We gonna go over here, and then once we get off the boats, we don't care who. First people we see, we just gonna chop their head off and take their shit. A lot of these people, that's their culture. And they've been doing that shit to this day. They just hide it now because they've been civilized, but they understand that that shit is wrong now, but they still gonna do it because it's in their culture. It's in their blood to do it. But they know that the world will frown on it, so they figure out ways to lie and cheat and disguise it, like weapons of mass destruction, saying that this person has weapons of mass destruction, or this person, he committed terrorism over here. He blew this plane up, knowing he didn't blow the plane up, knowing that y'all blew the plane up, just to blame it on him, so you could go over there and kill him and his people and take the shit he got, knowing this man doesn't have any weapons of mass destruction, but you told that to the world so you can hide behind that lie so you can go over there and kill and murder them and take what they got. See, they just disguise it now because they've been civilized. They understand now that just pulling up on people, killing them, and taking their shit is not smiled upon, it's frowned upon by the masses. So if you want to fool the masses, you got to hide behind lies. To fool the masses, you must learn to hide behind lies. And that's what these people who running these Western systems, that's what they do. They learn. That's all a politician is a good liar. You can't be a good politician if you're not a good liar. Now, who wants to? Who? How can a righteous person thrive in a system like that? It's impossible. A righteous person is always going to feel like something is wrong. Like, wow. A righteous person is not going to hear anything that these lying ass people are saying. A righteous person is going to be like totally against all this shit. A righteous person is going to wake up every day with a chip on his shoulder because he knows he living in a world that's not right. A righteous person, man, knows like you just don't, man, this ain't right. Like what you saying is a lot. Every word coming out your mouth is a lie. Man, shut up. In a fair world, I'll smack the shit out you. Like in kindergarten, well, not in kindergarten, but in grade school and shit. Like you doing saying stupid shit. You couldn't get away with that shit where I come from, how we grew up. These white boys wouldn't make it a week. They can only make it where they came from. They'll get beat up if they end up having to go to school with us. But they grow up and be in charge of everything. So they hold us down because they knew we would have been the ones that were smacking them around in grade school. We would have been like, man, shut up. Like Trump, if he wasn't rich and had to go to school with regular people, all these politicians and shit, if they wasn't privileged and had all this money because their people were wicked and they found their little niche in this little wicked ass system, and was able to get money and stack money up so their kids can go to the best private schools and all this old shit. If the game was fair and we all had to go to school together, these punks that they got running the world would have been getting smacked around and beat up. They wouldn't even been able to get to the position that they're in now if the world was fair. If the world was, even remotely fair, they wouldn't be in these positions because they weak. They liars and thieves, cowards. Really, you know what I mean? Cowards. Like if you look at the movie 300, Leonidas wasn't no coward. He wasn't just gonna send them cats over there. He going with them. They rolling with him because they know he a soldier. They was born to do that. Like these dudes are politicians. They'll send your kids to somewhere that they ain't got no business at to die for some shit that they don't even know they've been lied about. It's plenty soldiers, even white soldiers, that have quit the military and talking about what went on, where they were, and how they found out it was all bullshit. Look them up. I was watching one probably a couple of years ago. He was all over the news. This former Marine, I believe, he was saying how everything was bullshit. Like he found out that everything that they was doing was bullshit. The orders and shit that they were getting, the missions that they were going on, they were all based on lies. They were all bullshit. The time is coming now for the script to get flipped, man. These people have been on top for too long. The devil is going to have to eventually get under the feet of the righteous, and I'm here for it. It's time. Play us for God, man. This game of life is only two coaches, God and the devil. Who you play for? We play for God. We play for good, not evil, not the devil. We play for God. And we going against everything that represents the evil, the lie. If you're living comfortable now and you're not actively on the side of God, meaning the side of the hot, we stay hot. The cold over there, they cold. They don't have any feelings toward. Ooh, they that's what you call a cold. Ooh, you cold blooded. They cold. We hot. Jesus said that too. He said you're gonna be hot or cold. All lukewarm will be spit out. We hot. We hot blooded, man. We hot at y'all, man. We hot about everything that's going on now. If you're not hot, you over there. You're a cold-blooded person if you don't see the bullshit that's being taken place in this world that's going on. We see it. We've been seeing it for years. We got to organize ourselves. I've been trying to organize. PFG is an organization. It's the organization of all organizations. You can't get any higher than to be a player for God. I don't care if you're a Crip, or Blood, GD, Vice Lord, whatever, BD, whatever you want to call yourself. Ultimately, if you're not a player for God, then you're on the wrong side. And the time is going to come where you're going to get your head cut off. We're going to win. God is going to always win. God is all knowing. God is omniscient. All of those that stand in righteousness and stand for righteousness, we have the authority of the omniscient. The one who is omniscient is the most powerful because he knows everything. All knowing, meaning all powerful, omnipotent, omniscient, all knowing and all powerful. We plugged into that. We not plugged into this fake ass power, which is ruled by money and the love of money. That's fake. People talking about the plug. They plugged into the wrong shit. I'm plugged into nature, man. We plugged into nature. You know, my mind is clear. I've been up here breathing this air, man, for some time now. My mind is clear. Are you kidding me? My mind is clear, man. You got to get out in nature. Yeah, man, you got to get out in nature. For real. I love y'all, man. I'm gonna be doing this more often because the time is coming. King Flip. The script is about to get flipped, and I'm the King Flip. I was Flipper way before Dolph. Rest in peace, oh my God. But I'm still here, and I was here before, and I'm gonna be here when this thing flip on the other side of that coin. I'm gonna still be standing. In Jesus' name, I love y'all. Give power to all of those who still have righteousness in their heart. This is the prayer I ask the Most High. Bless us in ways that is going to help us flip this script. Help us organize ourselves. Let us organize ourselves. Let us link up. Let us start following the righteous instead of following the wicked. On Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. Let's search out. Let those in their hearts, let us link up. Let us find each other. Let us all get plugged back into the true source, the one and only. That is my prayer. In Jesus' name, amen.